go back to the Middle East here. We have a gas leak inside of Iran, which by the way, when we say gas leak, we mean explosion. Something set on fire, something exploded. The Islamic Republic likes to label it as a gas leak. We have one of those. We have a death count from the 40-day war that the Islamic Republic has released in an official statement. Then we also have some Taiwan and Turkey news. So let's begin with Turkey. Starting here, for those of you who don't know, the country of Turkey and Iran do share a border, and it's a pretty sizable border. Turkey has begun the construction of a wall along the border with Iran. So, as you can see here, these are Turkish troops patrolling this wall that they have just built the past couple of months. This is a 6 kilometer wall. It's not, the biggest. It doesn't span the entire border or anything. It's just 6,000 meters, just a few miles of it in some strategic areas. But it looks like these are raising some questions. Is Turkey scared that in this upcoming war, Donald Trump will strike Iran's infrastructure, destroy the power plants, and force millions of Iranians to flee? One of the top locations, Armin, for Iranians to immigrate out of Iran at the moment is Turkey, isn't it?
Yep.
So it does look like they're trying to prepare for that. But Armin, in your personal opinion, and I'll give mine, do you think Donald Trump might strike the infrastructure of Iran and put the country back to the Stone Ages?
I think if the infrastructure are hit, they might hit it in a way that puts them out of um, order temporarily, but in a way that they are rebuildable. Like it's not like they can hit the infrastructure like power plants in a way that it doesn't bring the whole thing tumbling down, but puts them out of order, but rebuildable. But even if they do go all out and destroy like a lot of the infrastructure, we're not going to go back to the Stone Ages. Even if all the power plants are destroyed, the knowledge and the experience that the institutions that are there that the Iranian people have means that they're rebuilding it is, can be done in a very short period of time, especially with the oil and gas that we have. We don't need a Marshall Plan like Germany did after their entire infrastructure was destroyed. We have more oil and gas money than the Marshall Plan provided for the Germans, and the Germans rebuilt their infrastructure after World War II was destroyed. 70% of their entire infrastructure was destroyed. That is unbelievable. That's an unbelievable number. So, and they rebuilt really fast after the infrastructure was destroyed after the World War II. Again, people say, well, they had the Marshall Plan. Okay, but we have more. We have oil and gas, and the Iranian people also have proven that even without oil and gas money, we rebuilt Iran extremely fast after the fall of the Qajar dynasty. Reza Shah built Iran extremely fast in a few years. So we already have experience doing that, and we have nothing short of the Germans. If the Germans could rebuild Germany and becomes Europe's greatest economy, we can do that as well, even if the infrastructure is taken out. If you're talking about will we have mass migration from Iran to Turkey, uh, probably not. We might have, we're probably going to have a lot of migration from outside to Iran because Iranians would want to come back to Iran. However, the concerns for mass migration to Turkey is not unjustified because many people from Afghanistan and Pakistan would want to go through Iran in the period of chaos to make it through Iran to Turkey to Europe while the Islamic Republic is not there. So that might be a genuine concern, not from the Iranians themselves, but from the Pakistanis and Afghanistanis that might take advantage of the period of time where there's no Islamic Republic to just go through and then go to Turkey and then to Europe. Does that make sense?
Makes makes total sense. Great point about the Muslim immigrants trying to get into Europe via Iran and Turkey. Definitely a possibility. I'm going to push back on one of these points. What if, for the IRGC to finally believe that this is it, Donald Trump is coming for their heads, and for them to believe that They have nothing left to lose anymore. Would Donald Trump have to actually hit and destroy the power plants fully, not just in specific areas, so that they're able to be rebuilt soon? If the IRGC see it's able to be rebuilt soon, they might not think this is it. This is the final battle.
Yeah, I mean, it might take it. Yes, you're right. Like we might get to a point where hitting the infrastructures completely is the only way to do this. However, why do that when you have the ability to just kill all the regime leaders in one go and see if that will give you regime change before you hit the infrastructure? Some people might disagree with that and like, just don't take a chance. We don't want to give them a chance. Just hit everything possible to just give them zero chances, because nothing is more important than getting rid of the Islamic Republic. The Iranian people are being taken away from us, and that is not replaceable. Infrastructure is replaceable. The people are not replaceable. And Iranian people are the main infrastructure that Iran has, not the power plants, not the bridges. So why take a chance? Just take out everything and get rid of this cancer once and for all.
Yep. So I think that most likely Donald Trump will strike some power plants and destroy them completely, some of them. If he destroys some, it will still give the impression that the IRGC this is it. He's going for the final thing. He doesn't have to destroy all of them. He just needs the IRGC to believe that he's going for them fully. That will throw Iran under a massive blackout for a while. We're already struggling with electricity needs. We're struggling so much that the Islamic Republic is seeking to import 125 megawatts from Turkey. That report actually got released today. So there is an electricity shortage. There's shortages every day, actually. One thing against it, though, why Donald Trump wouldn't do this, and in addition to what you said, because I do agree with what you said, he is more of a businessman. How is he going to recoup his costs in Iran if Iran's taken back to the Stone Age? He's using the Arabs right now to make more money, and they've made a lot of money. The United States has made $100 billion in the past 5 months selling oil. That is a record. I mean, I don't even know if the Persian Gulf Arab countries can make that much money in 5 months combined. But so for him to destroy the infrastructure means that he's not going to get a return on his money investment for years, well until after he's out of office, and perhaps the next president's out of office. So I would like to think that one of his bad points as a president, in my opinion, which is he's too business minded, will be one of the saving graces for the Iranian people in the upcoming war.
My name is Armin Navabi. I'm an Iranian political analyst with decades of experience fighting the Islamic regime inside and outside of Iran. Make sure you follow me for more, and also make sure you join our discussion group. I'm there almost every single day. Come talk to me there and the rest of the people there in our group calls. It's a great place to meet and talk to people who like talking about politics. The link is in the description and or in the bio. You could also get there by scanning the QR code on the screen. See you there.